And so when you hire those people, yeah, I said it. When you hire those types of people, you are going to get trash because that resentment and that lack of care, attention, detail, just like Rings of Power, is going to come through with your superhero shows.
A few moments later.
So file this under the Twilight Zone because it is too crazy to be believed. But apparently, Vox Day, a very infamous white nationalist slash blogger who has a real name, he's Theodore apparently, and he got into a big scuffle with a black writer calling her a black savage or whatever, and he got ousted. So he's been down the path of the racist neo-Nazi right, but apparently he had a brilliant idea to do an anti-woke superhero film, starring a woman, of course, right? A beautiful white woman pushing the Confederacy. And all was going well, but apparently someone done stole the money. I know, it's like, what? Yeah, apparently this other white capitalist guy, James, that's not even apparently his real name. He just has a lot of aliases. He set himself up as a crypto millionaire slash billionaire. We don't really know. He got $1 million, which is respectable. I mean, this isn't going to be Avengers Endgame or whatever. So it's not an MCU film, but it's like, okay. I don't believe in complete censorship, so we'll see where this goes. And apparently, James, he just stole $1 million. And Theodore had to tell his supporters, boys, we're not going to get the money back. It's all gone. They're trying to take over. So I don't know where to laugh or cry at this whole thing. It is so absurd. And it just keeps getting more silly and ridiculous because apparently his co-writer for the movie was Chuck Dixon. For those not aware, he's actually a very great comic writer. I read a lot of his stories. His Batman issues are pretty strong. He also did Robin. He did some Punisher too for Marvel back in the day. This is like the 80s and 90s. But now, wow, he's fallen on hard times because he's just doing these right-wing conspiracy comics with Vox Day and his brand. I've never heard of these comics at all. I know Chuck's work from the 90s, but I've never heard his more recent right-wing stuff. So there you are. I don't know. Are they suppressing it? I doubt it. Barnes& and Noble does sell everything. They sell Marvel, DC, Boom, Dynamite, Image. I don't know. Maybe it's just not getting to the masses. Even Tucker Carlson is involved because apparently a guy who does work for Tucker Carlson was going to be the director, and he's also into the conspiracy stuff. This whole thing is ridiculous and insane. It's hard to even know where to begin. Like, what? So you put up the money, you gave it to a shady capitalist guy. Now the capitalist guy stole the money, so Rebels Run, whatever this thing is now put on hold. Well, I can't say I feel sorry for them. I mean, they're Nazis, but I like Chuck Dixon. He's been definitely censored. I don't agree with that. I think that's wrong. But then you have Vox Day. I mean, I think it's okay to criticize black people, black writers. They're not immune. They're not a protected class. But I don't know. I think calling a famous black female writer up half savage for no reason is not going to endear you to even the anti-political correct people. So it's just a complete mess. And of course, they're going down the conspiracy hole saying, yeah, I think they stole the money. It's part of the grand plan to break up our community. Right. It also could just be you're an idiot. You just trusted the wrong capitalist and now you're paying the price. This is all kinds of silliness and stupidity. There's even an additional bit of humor that even these reports kind of missed because I remember this very specifically because I used to be a very hardcore comic book reader. I still am, but it's been a while since I got back into the game. But Chuck accused Rob Liefeld of stealing the money because he was working with Rob Liefeld on a kind of rebranded Captain America and some other comics, and he said, "Yeah, I turned in the scripts, but Rob didn't pay me. He just stole my services." And I'm like, well, I like Rob. I mean, it's not beyond Rob to do those things. He's a bit of a shady character himself. I think we all know Rob is a little mixed, but I'm going to need a little bit more evidence before I'm hard on Rob. But be that as it may, let's say he did steal the money. So you're telling me in like nearly 30 years, your financial acumen has not increased at all? Like Rob just took the money from you, and now this guy also took the money. After a while, I think the problem here is you don't know what the hell you're doing. I don't know. I feel sorry for these people. You should never steal money like this amount from them. It's really sad. But again, what are they thinking? They're going to make a pro Confederacy female superhero film with $1 million? Who's this for? Where's it going to go to? I don't know. I mean, you admire some of these right wing morons for their perseverance, but at the same time, they just clearly know nothing about finances or how to make a professional film, much less a good comic book. I hope Chuck Dixon is allowed back into the industry. I'll even say, even Vox Day, we shouldn't be exiling people, but really, this whole thing just sounded really lunatic and stupid from the get go. What did you think was going to happen? Really? Where was this ever going to go? I don't know. What do you expect from the alt right? I guess.